These are the 10 best HSW upgraded vehicles in GTA Online, and all of them are really crazy fast. Now, how Special Works upgraded vehicles are crazy only on new gen currently. Hopefully in the December DLC it does come to PC, but only now it is on current gen consoles. And we're going to start from number 10 to number 1, but even though some are at number 10, number 9, doesn't mean they're not good, because the how Special Works upgraded vehicles are crazy fast. Even number 10 is second best in its class, so I will be recommending which ones you should buy and should not buy. But all of these are solid choices. And I do make videos like this all the time, so if you guys want to see the new best vehicles in the December DLC, subscribe to the channel. So I will actually put a full list right here, so you already know. You can just skip to whatever part of the video you want to skip to. And let's start off with number 10, the Panade La Courseuse. I think I'm pronouncing that right. This vehicle is a sports car with a top speed of 142.50 miles per hour and a price of $1,990,000 with another $818,000 to upgrade it to how Special Works. It's based off of the Renault R5 Turbo E3. It doesn't look like much on the surface, but this car is very powerful. It almost looks like a rally vehicle. I personally skipped on this because I didn't realize how fast it was, but after doing the research for this video, I think it's the third best in the sports car class, which is crazy for this tiny vehicle. This car is the slowest on this list, but actually the grippiest. It is in the top 3 of the sports car class for top speed, but around the track it can easily be one of the fastest because of how much grip this vehicle does have. It's tiny, but it is a hidden beast to me. There is a sports car at the very end of this video though that destroys everything else. So that just shows you how fast number 1 is. This is kind of a sleeper vehicle. Number 9, the Bravado Buffalo EVX. The Bravado Buffalo EVX is an electric muscle car, the first of its kind in GTA Online. It has a top speed of 144.80 miles per hour, making it the second fastest of all muscle vehicles. And for that speed, it does have a high cost of $2.1 million without how Special Works upgrades, and a total of $3,555,000 with HSW upgrade. It's based off of the real-life Dodge Charger Daytona SRT, but this time it is electric. And this car does actually have gears in GTA Online, so that's what kind of makes this car so fast. It is very unique in that aspect, and it even beats some supercars. Driving this new Buffalo around is a nice experience too. It's slightly drifty, but it handles really good when you do control the drifting. Around the track, it's also one of the most competitive in muscles. Now this is only at number 9, but really every single vehicle on this list is worth the buy because all of these vehicles are at least in the 1, 2, or top 3 of its class. So even though some might be here at 9th, it doesn't mean it's not good. These are the 10 best, and they are all really good buys, but personally, I would skip on the Bravado Buffalo because there is going to be another crazy muscle car at the very top of this. Number 8, the Pegassi Weaponized Ignus. This car, this is one of the best looking vehicles in the whole game to me. This was the fastest ground vehicle without a boost in the whole game. Just a year ago, I even made a whole video on itself on why it might be one of the best vehicles for free mode. But since then, so many new cars have been added. This one all the way back to 8th now, even though it was in the top 3 just a year ago. That's how fast new vehicles are being added. Now I expect in the December DLC, there's going to be a lot new fastest vehicles. Rockstar just seems to not care anymore. They are making every new vehicle the fastest vehicle. The HSW Weaponized Ignus has a top speed of 146.25 miles per hour, which is in the top 3 of the supercars class. But it is the highest price on this list with $4.5 million and only $500,000 more, probably because it's so expensive. So fully upgrading it will cost you a total of $5 million. It's based off of the real-life Lamborghini Cyan FKP37, again a very beautiful car. And you can use this in races if HSW mode is enabled, even with the weapon on top. Now we have an older vehicle, the Graudi Turismo Classic. The Turismo Classic has always been the fastest car in Sports Classic class, but with the HSW upgrades it brings it even farther up the field. Having HSW upgrades brings the top speed to 150.50 miles per hour, costing only $705,000 stock. And of course, with $1,600,000 with the HSW upgrades. Total price. It's based off of the real life Ferrari 348 and the F40 mixed together. This car handles really well even with the extra HSW power, which makes some vehicles harder to drive, but this vehicle is really well balanced with traction and speed. Definitely one of the best feeling vehicles to drive on this list. The 2021 Koenigsegg Jesko, aka the Overflood Entity MT. This car isn't as fast as the real life version, mainly because of the handling. The handling is one of the worst in the whole game, similar to the last Entity XXF, the car that was added a few years ago. It's severely impacted by the bumps and easily spins out or loses control just hitting a small curb. It is very hard to drive, even for me, it's very hard to drive. But the top speed is 150.50 miles per hour, making it one of the better sports cars in the whole game. It will cost you $2.3 million starting price to fully upgrade it. It will cost you just about $3 million. But totally not worth it because the handling is just so bad and it suffers in lap time because of the handling. And number one is again a sports car, so skip on this one, I would say. Another older car, the Deveste Eight at number 5. Here we have another older car that has been in the game for a while, the Deveste 8 HSW upgraded version. This actually feels really nice to drive. The top speed is 151.75 miles per hour, which makes it the number 1 supercar vehicle in the game now. At number 5, that's how crazy the next few cars are. Starting price is $1,795,000 with the HSW upgrade price totaling $2.9 million. When upgraded, it has great top speed, great traction. Braking is a little weak on this car, but everything else is amazing. In races that have long straights, this will be a go-to car. Before the How Special Works version came out, this was released in 2019 and was again one of the fastest cars in the supercars class, so upgrading it to HSW puts it at number 1 once again in the supercars class. This is based off of the Deville 16 in real life, and it really does have a crazy exotic look to it. This is the supercar to go to now, and we're only at number 5. That's how fast the next few cars are, is that they even beat the number 1 top supercar. Number 4, the Bravado Banshee. One of my favorites, the OG. Now, I love the Banshee. It is one of my favorite cars in all of the GTA series, and one of the only older cars that appear on this list. The OG Banshee isn't that fast, it never was, but this is the 4th best top speed ground vehicle in GTA Online in 2023. It has a top speed of 153 miles per hour, costing only $105,000 to buy off the website. But of course, you have the HSW upgrade fee, which brings a total to $1,966,000 after upgrading it. This, of course, is based off of the Dodge Viper, and if you guys didn't know, Rockstar actually made a real-life version of this Banshee. Well, the GTA 4 Banshee. When GTA 4 first released, they made a custom one-off Banshee, only one ever made, making it actually one of the rarest vehicles of all time in real life. But this has the iconic Banshee colors, the blue. It even has a Banshee branded logo on it, and it appears pretty much 1-to-1 scale stock as it would in GTA 4. So whoever won it, it was giveaway. Whoever won it, they didn't really take good care of it, and they kind of neglected it. But since the new owners bought it, and so far it's still out there in the real world, they are fixing it up. It actually runs again now, so that's really nice to see. We love to see passionate GTA fans. Are they GTA fans? I don't know if they ever talked about that, but they are taking good care of this vehicle. Guys, help me subscribe, like the video. Maybe I could one day buy that car. So subscribe to your channel. Number 3, the Karin S95. Another sleeper vehicle, but is the 2nd fastest sports car in the game. It's the Karin S95. It looks like a car you would grab off the street if you didn't put any way too obvious liveries on it, and looks like something your grandma would drive you to McDonald's in. But the S95 has a great top speed of 155.5 1.50 miles per hour and an impressive lap time around a racing track, making this one of the most competitive in the sports car class. It's based off the in real life Toyota GT86 and is pretty spot on with the design. It's not a great looking vehicle, customization isn't anything crazy, pretty basic vehicle, and honestly one you wouldn't think is much, but it's one of the fastest on this list at the number 3 spot. You can buy this for $1,995,000 base price, and adding the HSW cost, it is a total of $2.5 million. Very cheap for such a great sleeper vehicle. Number 2, finally, another American muscle, the Classe Vigero ZX. One of my favorite looking vehicles in the game. This is the Chevy Camaro Gen 6 in real life. This overpowers all of the other muscle cars in the game with the top speed of 157.50 miles per hour, costing $1.9 million base price and a full price of $2,332,000. This is fun to drive. You can drift, you can race, you can drag race, you can even make it do a wheelie. If you're a car collector like me, this is a must-have. Car looks sexy. Rockstar made a masterpiece when driving this. From the stock rims, even looking good, stock, the engine sound, it is all around a beauty of a car. This is the fastest muscle car by 13 miles per hour, which is a lot in this game, and adds up a lot over time. So it might not sound like a lot because of how many cars there are in the game and how close together a lot of these cars are. 13 miles per hour is actually a huge difference. And then you have this beast having a 13 miles per hour gap. It makes it one of the most dominant cars in any class. It's like a supercar in the muscles category. It handles amazing. It does get a bit drifty, but I caught onto it fast with this, and it's great for free mode too. It handles great over the bumps, and it does have extra armor on it and Imma tech, so you can escape the flying bike boys. This is all around a great vehicle for free mode, but there's one other car that we need to talk about. What were they thinking with this? It is the Italy GTO Stinger TT. This is the fastest ground vehicle in the whole game. And it's not even a supercar, it's a sports car. The Italy GTO Stinger TT. Now, I made a whole video on this car on its own that you could check out here and enjoy my little plug here. But this car is crazy. It beats every other car with the top speed of 168.50 miles per hour. That's 11 miles per hour faster than the second car on this list. And the number 2 and number 1 are number 2 and number 1 in the fastest of the whole game without any boost and any other planes. And even more of a gap to the next supercar on the list. I mean, Max Verstappen must be driving behind the wheel when we get behind the wheel of this car because it flies. And it's not only top speed, the handling is so good on this too that you're beating everyone on the straights and on the track. It's unstoppable. The customization is okay. I don't know how we went from the Vigero customization to this with the customization, but the car looks so good anyways, you could just leave it stock, it looks good. It's simple but good. This car is the new Pariah from back in the day. Now, the Pariah was beating even the best supercars when it came out in 2017. They said, hey, let's do it again, and now we have the Stinger TT. Stinger TT will cost you $2.3 million to buy off the website, and then an additional $1.5 to upgrade, making it $3,798,000 to fully upgrade it, and even more with all the engine customizations. That's one of the highest prices in the game for any vehicle, but I say it's 100% worth it. This car is dominant. I expect this car to be the best for another at least 2 DLCs, or maybe not, because it seems like every DLC now they come out with a new fastest vehicle. Half of the cars on this list is just from the last DLC alone. So it seems like they stopped caring, and now every new vehicle is the fastest when it comes out. Oh, and this car has Imma tech too, so this might be the new best car for free mode. So I don't know if there's much else to say about this except that it is a 100% buy. Very dominant. That is why it's at number 1. So top 10 HSW vehicles in the whole game. Leave a comment telling me your favorite. I will be looking at them And I do make these videos a lot. I will be making some in the next DLC, whatever the DLC might be. So subscribe to your channel to see that. Leave a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in whatever video I make next.